Paul Prophet speaking, and in today's video's presentation I'm going to be talking about solo ad marketing. And what you're seeing is my account with SafeSwaps, which is a popular website where website owners, bloggers, internet marketers, this is where a lot of them do their solo ad buying and selling. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a quick overview of what this site looks like, and then I'm going to show you a couple of other sites that I've also purchased solo ads from. Okay, so as you can see, this is just a basic overview. So it's telling me that my last 3 solo ads, well actually this is the only 3 because I only started to use this service, as you can see, October of last year. So what you're seeing here is basically how many solo ads I purchased. So in this case, the first one is I made a purchase for 250, and that's telling you how many I received. I got 252, and I got 2 extra, and then the others I purchased 200 from 2 other solo ad sellers. And these box here is just the people whose profiles that I've recently visited, and a couple of them are actually, I mean, Liz Hall, I think I purchased from her, and I'm not sure about Tom, but anyway, I visited these profiles. Okay, and then these are just recent events of what the other members are currently doing online, and then this section here is the offers, what people are offering and how much, and then it's telling you how many people have made an order with this person. And this lady Kim has got 15 orders. Now you would only get all of this information if you're a paid member of SafeSwap. So if you're a free member, some of this statistical information will not be available to you. Okay, so if you want to find out more, then you can just hover over here, then you can see a list of the other information regarding the solar mailings that you might want to read before you decide to purchase. Okay, so if you just pull it over, all of these have got drop down menus. Right, so now I'm going to show you a profile of Austin Hilton. Okay, just to show you a couple of key points. Now what you're seeing here is a list of people that he's done business with on SafeSwap, and they're giving their approval or review of what it was like when they did business with Austin, which is one of the good things about SafeSwap, that you can see this kind of information. But as I said to you, I don't know what information you're going to get if you sign up for free, because I'm a paid member, so you get the full use of the whole website. So what I like to pay attention to do, I want to know where he built his list from. So if you click here, it tells me that most of the traffic comes from America. It's English speaking, so that's what I look out for. You don't want to buy traffic. Of course, if you're not interested in non-English speaking countries, then you would want to buy somebody who's built their list on foreign subscribers, but I'm more interested in the English speaking, so something like that would very much interest me. Okay, and also another thing you can find out here is the solar. If I click that, it's telling you the people that he's done solo ads too. It's also telling the people he's done ad swaps with. Now, ad swaps is basically when one email marketer swaps with another email marketer. So in other words, you want to send an email message to their list, and then they're going to send your email message. You know, they just swap around basically. That's why it's called ad swaps. You just swap over ads. So you market to his list, he markets to yours. Hope that's not too confusing. And also this little badge here, what you see around them, that's it's a rating given to them by SafeSwap. So when you see this kind of these badges, that means they're highly rated on the SafeSwap surface. So I always look out for that. And then here you can see how much he's charging for, if you wanted to do business. He's got available 2,000 clicks. So if I wanted to buy it, I'd click on buy solo, and then it's going to tell you how long it takes for him to accept the order, and it gives you all that information. But if you look here, it says I've only got $11.50, so he's charging 50 clicks for $14. So obviously I haven't got enough funds, so I would have to top that up if I wanted to proceed with my purchase. So that is what you have to do when you join Solo Ads. The first thing you have to do, you have to connect your credit or debit card to the surface first, and then when you want to buy a Solo Ad, they will make the deductions instantly, but they won't pay the person until he delivers. So if you pay for 200 clicks or 50 clicks, they won't receive that money. SafeSwap will hold on to that money until all the clicks have been delivered. So in that sense, your money is protected and it's safe, so you won't get ripped off. But like I said to you, for you to get all of this information, you have to become a paid member of the SafeSwap service. And I think it's, at the top of my head, I think it's about $29 a month for you to remain a member, and you'll get full access to all this statistical, because they also, as I said to you before, they do track everything for you. Okay, now I'm going to move on to another service that I've used. Now this is outside of the SafeSwap. Now you have to feel pretty confident and sure of yourself before you use independent solo ad sellers, because this is where the problems can happen. Because most people who have problems with solo ad vendors is when they deal with independent sellers, because one of the main disadvantages of solo ads, people would tell you, is that there is a no refund policy. So you have to be very careful and do your research before you do any business. But the ones that I'm showing to you now, I've done business with them before and everything's been kosher. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't double check. You should always double check. Now what I like about this site is that it's got contact us, and it answers most of the questions that you'd need answering before. He's telling you where the traffic comes from, showing you clearly, and as I said, he's got testimonials. Now I've also purchased from Igor and all, and I've had good results with him. Yeah, so this is a good site, in my opinion, to buy solo ads from. I would have no problems purchasing from here. But as you can see, the prices do differ. If you look from here and you look at SafeSwaps, I'll just go back there, you can see that SafeSwaps, you will find that it's a lot cheaper than when you go to an independent solo ad seller. Now, what I would advise you to do is always look for the quality rather than the quantity. Yeah, you can get a lot of solo ad sellers who's going to offer you, I don't know, 500 clicks for a ridiculously low price, but if they're offering that low, the chances are you won't be able to make any money directly from that list that you built from them, because basically you've just bought a dead list of non-buyers. But just because it's a dead list, it doesn't mean you can't make any money from it. Even though you can't email and make money directly, you can use that list, which a lot of people do. Unfortunately, they use it in an unethical manner, because basically they take their dead list and then they use it on places like SafeSwap for newbies to come who don't know anything about solo ads, and then they usually go by the cheapest price, and then they end up buying the dead list, and then the process continues. Okay, so I'll always focus on the quality rather than the quantity. So if your funds are tight, you're better off buying what you can afford. So if you can only afford 25 clicks, well, this is another service I bought. I'm just showing you the same type of thing. It's got testimonials. This is what you need to look out for: testimonials, and you want to look out for a way that you can contact them. Because what I did before I purchased, I emailed them and I asked them questions first, and I'd advise you to do the same before you part with your cash. Because like I said, you don't get a refund once your ad goes live. Okay, and it's virtually impossible for you to get your money back from PayPal dispute. Okay, so I'm just going to show you another place and who I purchased from on the Warrior Forum. Okay, so all of these services, what I'm showing you, they are good places to purchase solo ads. Alright, and then if you are unfortunate to have a bad solo ad experience, you can go to this site, which is soloadsx.com, and he's got a special section where he calls solo ad shit list, where you can see the people who have given basically bad reviews to these sellers here, and it's telling them what the problem was with them when they purchased the solo ad. Now this type of thing does happen, unfortunately, but I would still advise you to use solo ads over Facebook ads. Now I haven't used Facebook ads personally. I'm actually going to be using them later on in this year, but from outside looking in, I'd say solo ads is much more effective, because you're buying from a list that has already been proven as buyers. When you build your list on Facebook, it's still an unknown quantity. You're going to get a list of subscribers who you don't know if they're going to buy yet. But when you buy a solo ad, you already know, once you've done your research, you already know that your email is going to be sent to a list of proven buyers, and that's the difference. So like I said, focus on the quality of the solo ad rather than the quantity. Yeah, I'm not saying you shouldn't use, buy cheap subscribers if you can get it, but if I was you, you want to separate that. So if you're going to go for the cheapest price, you don't want to mix the list up. So you put all your cheap subscribers on one list, and then when you buy for a more quality list, you put that on a separate list, so you don't mix it up. So when you want to use solo ads, because eventually you'll find yourself with a big enough list, and then you might want to sell to people on SafeSwaps yourself. So if you've got the cheap list and then you've got the quality list, you've got a choice there, and then you can just charge accordingly. Okay, so that's about it in this video, and thanks for watching and listening. and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.